It's a crazy to think about what your mind can do to your body, like, the stress that you would put on yourself, and what impact that has on your physiology. And also too, like, just the way you move is going to stress you out, like in some way or another. Like your body, if your body has a bunch of tension and you're over rotated one way, or anything like that, like it has an impact. And it not only does it have an impact on your body, but it also has an impact on your psychology. So the more balanced you are in your body, the more in harmony you are with your body, the more in harmony you can be with your mindset, your psychology. So I think it's pretty cool that how intertwined those things are, and how we can, for me, it was like, okay, well, I know I have a really strong mind, and I'm going to will myself to do this. But at the same time, I need to be really intelligent about this. Like I need to do it the best possible way. So, going out and finding the best possible teachers, the best possible healers to like help me on this path. Like I need to get back and do the best things I can. So, I found, one of my college buddies, his wife was studying to become a chiropractor, and her mom was great. So I went and talked to her, and like I've used them. I used them all the way through the Olympics, and that was like a super long journey. And then on the other end, I was like, all right, well, what do I do with my training? Like, the wrestling side, like I just know wrestling, so I'm just going to wrestle. But what do I do? And I saw these like Facebook videos of this guy, and he was just like making a lot of sense. Like he was just like, you're a human first, so move like a human would first. And I was just like, all right, well, he's making a lot of sense. Let me go like learn from this guy. So I was just like messaging him and like trying to slide into his DMs. And eventually, after me being pretty persistent, I got to go out and train. His name's Naudi Aguilar. He was out in Seattle. He was with Functional Patterns, and there's a bunch of guys that do it now. And it was just like, this is what I need to do. This is how I'm going to take that next jump forward. So I like stopped with all the heavy lifting and started just trying. Like I wanted to connect my body so that it was working together, and because you hear these cool stories of like moms being able to like lift a car off their child. And it's like, well, how do we tap into that? Yeah, like how do we tap into that? I can't just like think myself into there. But there's something about it that's truthful. And I was like, all right, well, let's try to understand the fascia. Let's try to understand like everything about it. And it was really like a crash course in like trying to understand how the human body works. And oh, it's always adapting. So if you go back, 10 years and look at what functional pattern was versus what it was 5 years ago. And I mean, every year they're changing and like adopting and making adjustments and figuring things out. And really it's like, that's a concept that Coach Kale talks about a lot too, is like, I think it's like limitless beta. So basically you're just always in beta, trying to develop and learn and get better. And um, so that's the same, it's the same mindset that I have, is like, how can I get better? What priorities am I making? And in doing so, you know, what does that look like?